Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, it is I am the one and only Sonic the Hedgehog here, and I am back for yet again for the likes of the Maxi Toys videos once again. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back for some more Let's Play of WarioWare Twisted for the Game Boy Advance. So, I believe last time we did manage to able to complete the forms of Jimmy T stage, and also in addition to that, Catanano stage, and of course, Jimmy's Folk stage. Despite the fact that, well, relatively speaking, you don't have to necessarily try to get the highest score, it's just you have to complete the actual stage itself. So today for this video is the fact that we are moving on to Dribble next. So howdy, Dribble here. Me and Spitz got lots of games all about spinning and pressing A. Okay, we listened to 3 stations on my Caps radio. You should check them out. Alright, so basically in this stage it's going to be involved around there, and you have to able to tilt the actual Game Boy Advance and at the same time pressing the A button in the process. So that might be something worth noting for if we get into other micro games here and there. So Interstate 310. That's what I meant to say for this point right there. But hey Spitz, you're sleeping? We're supposed to be working. And what are you doing? Just messing with the radio. So from here you can able to actually change the tune here, such as, well, give you either those specific stations we want to go to. So at the very least that's, I think, oh, what happened? Oh, wait a second, the actual, all I did was turn on the radio. So basically, we have to able to fix up the taxi, so that way we can able to progress by able to play micro games, of course. Now, I believe if I recall correctly, I somehow managed able to press the actual, the radio station that involves around in, I would say like football, or rugby for that matter, or soccer or American football, depending on what regions you lived in. So, yeah, in these kinds of micro games, as you see, we have to basically, you know, tilt and then press the A button to do all kinds of actions, like, you know what I mean, hammering around and all the other jazz. So it feels kind of quiet when it comes to likely doing the actual radio station like these, whenever you try to do the stage itself. But, I digress. But at the very least, whenever we get into the second run through, if we manage to able to go ahead and get ourselves even more micro games here and there, then we should be able to actually change the actual music tune after all for the likes of that particular radio station. So, but I digress. A few things I want to explain for this point today, and that is the fact that recently today is the forms of the April the 12th of 2022 today. So I believe we've almost to the point where I believe we are pretty much almost at the halfway point on April already, before we move on to the forms of in May, and that is when the fact that we can able to expect there might be some interesting stuff coming around during the likes of in May, to be more specifically with, you know, My Little Pony and Maritime Bay Adventure for, you know, PS4, Xbox One, Xbox Series X, PC Steam, and Nintendo Switch version. But then again though, I have no idea of what specific version I'm about to be getting, despite the fact that the reviews haven't exactly gone up yet. Oh, and by the way, we actually stumbled across the actual boss micro game on this stage, and I think this is called Basic Trading, if I recall correctly, because basically in this one is the fact that we need to able to use 2 people, just manage to able to use the pump cards, and then just try to able to outrun the speed while avoiding obstacles, including the forms of those blocks and the holes, and most importantly, we need to outrun the speed against the boulder, so that way we're able to succeed. If you get knocked over by the forms of the blocks, or fell into the hole by complete accident, or gain contact with the boulder, then you'll lose the actual micro game. So, but I'm glad it's fixed. Well, because problem solved then, huh? Spitz? He's already asleep. I don't understand, cats. I gotta mix up my route. Oh gee, I wonder what this is gonna evolve into. interesting. We got ourselves, like, I would say an aircraft, or maybe like a taxi spaceship? I haven't been to outer space in a while. Oh, interesting. Huh. Hey. A customer. Hello. Where to? To Club Sugar. Alrighty then. Buckle up. So, yeah, apparently the customer is going to be turned out to be an alien the whole time. Okay, interesting fact. So yeah, we basically completed Dribble and Spitz stage, so now that it looks like it's almost going to be gathered around with Club Sugar and stuff like that, so way to go. You should try driving a cab. You got the moves down. But of course I do. So of course we got ourselves the actual gift, like a telephone. So, pretty cool though. Although, when it comes to forms of trying to get every single souvenir throughout the game though, I think I should probably talk more about it until whenever we get into the forms of the later progressioning for the likes of this particular Let's Play. So let's have a look at the spin decks quickly. So, how much micro games we are missing? 5, 6, 7... Oh, it's only 7 micro games we're missing, so that should be alright, I guess. As long as that we don't make any single mistakes. Well, for the most part, though, we'll just have to accept it, so... And I'm pretty sure we got the different radio station turned on, so at the very least we can able to have something different for variety of music selection for the radio stations after all, so at the very least that's that. So, and also another thing as well, I guess, is the fact that, relatively speaking about the fact that I know the fact that Maxi is still carry on playing, you know, Kirby and the Forgotten Land recently, so because of that though, oh, come on, there he goes. Sometimes my controller needs to be able to get a bit of tweaking to do. We need to find a banana, which we already did, so kudos to my awesome little skills when it comes to likely certain things like that. So, because relatively speaking though, it's just the fact that I don't know when Maxi will able to actually decide to finish up with the actual Let's Play of Kirby and the Forgotten Land, because I'm sure enough that particular game so far might actually be kind of long, but I don't mind about it too much though, especially noticeable about the fact that obviously that the Kirby series is still one of my favorite franchises ever since in I think the first introduction of Kirby games was actually like back in 2009 when I somehow managed able to go myself not only Kirby's Adventure on the NES for the Wii Virtual Console re-release, but also, dang it, I messed that up with that photo album. But anyway, but with the forms of Kirby Superstar Ultra as well for the DS, so, and then every once in a while though, that is why I'm now a massive Kirby fan now, so that's why I've decided to bring that up, so. Alright, so let's go back onto basic trading again, and this time that's, well, if we manage able to complete this level, or, to be more specifically, completing this micro game, then we'll, sure enough, we're able to actually just move on to level 2 portion, so. Just gonna have to focus here so that I can just, you know, jiggle around with my, analog stick. Oh, God! Oh, jeez, that was a close one. Because I almost thought to myself, I'm almost gonna get myself screwed over, but it turns out I didn't. So, there we go. At the very least, we got an extra life. And another souvenir, which I think this is based off from the game. So, but then again, I'll talk more details about the forms of the souvenir system until for later. So, anyway, so now let's move on to level 2 portion. So, oh yeah, another thing I want to explain about this as well, I guess, is the fact that recently I've managed able to get back onto Sonic Unleashed for the PlayStation 3 recently, so just because of how the fact that despite after able to actually just to restart my entire process again for that trophy collection and stuff like that, well, as much as the fact that I've lost pretty much everything for my PS4 sadly, but, or PS3 I should say, and as a result though, that thankfully I did manage to caught up, because thanks to I just somehow realized that you can actually able to skip cutscenes on the HD version of Sonic Unleashed, what I found out, and in order to do that, I have to rapidly press the start button multiple times in order to able to skip the cinematic cutscene, which I did not know that until I found out whenever I managed able to play through the PS3 version of Sonic Unleashed. So, yeah, I did not know about that. Although, I'm pretty sure it's not possible on the SD version, specifically on the PS2 or the Wii, because obviously I tested it out, but somehow it just doesn't seem to work out, so... Oh well, no big deal. Alright, so we have to get rid of those ants before we save our sweet, or candy rather, so yeah, that might be something neat to able to... Oh, I missed its shot! Dang it, that was way too overpowered for that part. And, oh, so close. If only with my analog stick doesn't go completely messed up. Oh well, but at the very least, we got ourselves half pipe. Okay, that's interesting to noticing this. Only 25 points though, so I think we'll be alright, I guess. But let's have a look at Spin Decks, and we actually got every single micro games all in 2 playthroughs. So, awesome touch, and wow. I'm very surprised that we actually did manage to make it for this far, so not too shabby. So, yeah, flip out. Yeah, flip out, huh? For the, you know, pancakes and stuff. So, after done with that, then we move on to the next stage, which is the Dr. Crickle stage. Hello, Crickle here, Dr. Crickle. In my games, you'll found a way to manipulate the very power of gravity itself. It sounds more than complicated than it is. Just try it and you'll see. Oh, yes, you'll all see. Very dramatic laughing text there. So I believe what this is going to be involved around in is the fact that if you ever play on the Game Boy Advance or Game Boy Advance SP or Game Boy Micro for that matter, I'm presuming you get able to tilt or turn the Game Boy Advance all the way around. So yeah, the Gravitator is now complete. Oh, I see. So every once in a while he's gonna do a boogie dance, just like always. Oh god, we actually get trapped inside the bubble. So yeah, in that segment is the fact that you can able to change the actual gravity directions by, you know, turning the Wii remote... sorry, I keep thinking about the Smooth Moves game. What I meant, you know, turn the Game Boy Advance all the way around and then able to get ourselves a bit of gravity here and there, so... Anyway, so it looks like Dr. Crygor just placed in quite a lot of stuff in there, so I guess that's that. And he's about to be preparing the washing machine. Okay, let's see how this goes, hey? So yeah, like I said, in these levels, basically it's the fact that what's even different this time is that we now need able to tilt the Game Boy Advance all the way around, like I mentioned this earlier, except the fact that on the emulator, the only best example I can think about it is honestly kind of awkward. Especially noticeable because, well, relatively speaking, of all the actual stages in the game, I will have to admit, Dr. Crygor's stage is perhaps one of my least favorite stages in the game. Well, nothing bad or anything, it's just the fact that there's one particular boss micro game that it just managed to bother me a little bit. But you'll probably know why until whenever we get to that point, so... Okay, so it looks like we're going faster at this point, so yeah, we'll start to able to rescue one of our athletes to able to get up, or trying to get back up, I have to say. But so for the most part, everything else is there. I mean, surely you can able to actually just to get some micro games done if you manage to able to get away with certain things like that. And I somehow messed it up. Actually, kind of think about it, that before we get into the forms of WarioWare Touch though, I'm pretty sure that will be the final time we're going to be seeing Dr. Crygor within a bit of a blue color scheme with all that metallical half of his face or something like that, because until at this point, that his color might actually changed up a lot. So, but then again, we'll point things out whenever we dive right into WarioWare Touched until specifically later on in the year, so... Oh boy, boss stage. Easily without doubt my least favorite boss in the whole entire game, at least in my opinion. That's what it appears to be by the forms of this particular fella is gonna do a bit of a walk cycle, I'm presuming so anyway. And basically that's what I mean when it comes to the forms of, I will have to admit it though, I'm not a big fan of about the fact that sometimes, although it is cool, don't get me wrong, but I think ultimately though, it's just the fact that, well, if you're trying to play on an emulator, it'll be a hell of a lot frustrating because you have to get massive grips with the actual turning kind of system, and if you mess this up completely, and if you manage to let that particular blue, I would say like a blue robot kind of person or something like that, if he dares falls off, then you will fail. And believe me, it will be not as easy on the emulator, but luckily I managed to get a ton of grips with it. So there we go. Dr. Crygor stage is being completed, except with the micro games department. So because we still got some couple of micro games needs to be found and all that stuff. So I did not realize he invents it with his robot mobile. And he flies, and, well, oh, ouch, he just got hit by that familiar eagle companion from Katanana. And he somehow managed to able to fell. Although, something, oh, looks like that eagle did manage to help Dr. Crygor all along. Oh. Alrighty then. So, and obviously that Dr. Crygor just somehow take a chicken little ride, and then basically he once again meets up with Wario and the gang, and now in Club Sugar. So, impressive. You cleared my stage. Did you enjoy my new invention? Well, most likely, but doing it on an emulator will be a lot tougher than I thought it was. So anyways, we've now got ski jumping. Alright. Alright. So after completing that, we somehow unlock another stage, which appears to be Wario again. But except the fact that this time it's just WarioWatch, so, but we'll deal with that later. So, second run, here we go, onto Dr. Crygor stage. So, yeah, wish me luck for able to actually just deal with this whole awkward setup with this whole entire process of, you know, with the emulation and stuff like that, because, again, it's not as easy as it looks, but honestly, I think it might actually be worth it if I actually accomplish certain things like that, but still, I can't deny about that, so, alright, time to, there we go. Now we can able to actually shake off that little pudding off like that, so I guess that should be alright for my... Oh, jeez, that was a close one. Because if I accidentally spilled that drink over, then obviously I will fail, so... Alright, so... Oh, darn it! I was a bit too late on that front, but whatever. At the very least, we could able to still carry on. But at the very least, we pretty much deal with it there, so... Come on, there we go. Oi! Alright, come on. Ah, why is my, thing just not work with me half the time? Oh, good lord, man. But anyway, we did manage to lit up the... Oh, looks like we got ourselves a quick Frank, micro games there. I mean, one of them, I guess, but at least that's something. Ah, shoot. I did not know that. But at the very least, we land safely on that balloon with a very cool stop-motion teddy bear and stuff like that. So I guess that's pretty swell, I have to say. Alright, back onto that the boss micro game again. So, oh jeez. Not to mention though is the fact that this is going to be super slow. So even then though, that yeah, it's definitely just not one of my favorite micro games. I will have to be honest for this point, so it's just, well, you know what I mean. Yeah, can you see how the fact that I cannot commentate right here? This is mainly because of how the fact that it's hard to concentrate without even realizing it and stuff like that, but still, I just have to got a tad bit grips with it, I guess, but... Oh, Jesus Christ. There we go. Oy, oy, oy. Alrighty. So, we might as well able to actually get something into this souvenir capsule machine. So, but we'll see what happens as soon as I, you know, done with this particular stage. So... Ah, darn it. There's no way I can get that out. I think this might actually be one of the roughest runs that we might actually consider done like that. So, yeah, 12 points is kind of rough. But, if there are some, oh wait, I just realized something, is the fact that with that particular boss micro game that I mentioned about, that is not the actual correct name I accidentally saved from earlier ago. That particular boss micro game is actually known as Stumblebot, so that's why I classify that. So, alright, so let's see, 1 and 2 and 3 micro games we are missing, so, oh boy, this will be our 3rd time going to this stage, so, wish me luck, I guess. Alright, so, there's the, oh, Red Robin Hood. Okay. I think this is the last one, I guess. But I think we should all settled. So, I think we should just get this stage over and done with, and, well, that pretty much does it from there. Hey, because I get a feeling that, well, I did manage to double check on the list, and after all, we've actually got a clock as well, so I guess that's that. So, have we got every micro games there? Yes, we have, because obviously with that silver crown that we've actually got, so trash day, okay, that's gotta be something, I guess. So I think we've got enough time to able to do one more stage for this particular point for this video. That's what appears to be Buddy Forms of the next stage we can probably hit on to on, you know, the far right if my analog stick doesn't go completely act out, but either way though, let's just go ahead and get to it with WarioWatch. Okay, you again, I don't have time for this, and neither do you. Alright, this is the speed stage. It's like my Smorgasbord sampler, except it's a time limit now. Okay, so hurry. Times are wasting. Go, go, go! Okay, so I think there's gonna be another one of those microgame set stages. So, yeah, speed spin. So I'm guessing we're able to actually play through a couple of familiar microgames based off from that intro stage that we've already experienced before, except now we actually have to do a massive time limit. So, and then if you're most able to complete the microgames during time, then your time will increase. But however though, if the time's up, then you're basically out of this particular stage. So, but I think the only time maximum you can get up to is more accurately like 30 seconds tops. So, yeah, in fact, kind of thinking about it though, this particular element will be brought back until when it gets to the point until WarioWare Gold for the Nintendo 3DS, that basically the WarioWatch thing will able to bring it back, which I honestly do like, because you can able to actually now have a combination of not only motion controls for its tilting controls, but also, or twisting controls, I should say, but also with touch controls and even mash controls, you know, with the forms of the button controls and stuff like that, which is always swell. But it's just a shame about the fact that we can't able to actually deal with the 3DS capture device, sadly, just because, you know, pretty hard to find. So, right, there we go. So we just managed able to give him and her a bit of a kiss. So, and let's just go ahead and, come on, analog stick, thank you. Oh yeah, yeah, sometimes it just takes a bit of time. Which, like I said, doing it on an emulator will be a nightmare, but trust me, I know. Ooh, look at him spin around! Which we somehow made him dizzy all of a sudden. Oh yeah, I remember this micro game. This is also from WarioWare Gold, if I recall correctly. But the thing is, on the emulator, it is super awkward to deal with, so I somehow messed it up. But luckily, if you mess this up, then obviously the thing will still continue. So, at the very least, that's that. So, alright, chop. Yeah, knife. Chop, the knife is the only way we can able to chop things up. So, at the very least, that's that, for its correct spelling. Okay. Now time for the boss, which it might be very familiar to you if you haven't played the intro stage before, so there we go. And I do apologize for that lag going on around here, but there we go! Good lord, that particular stage can be a bit tough at times, even on the emulator. Whoa, you're a lot better than I thought you would be. Take a break. Well, yes, I will be, because after the particular complications with that emulation controls, but we're not exactly done with that stage yet, because after all, we've now actually unlocked Orbulon, so yeah, that might be somewhat familiar. But either way though, let's just double check on spin decks quickly, and yeah, now that the WarioWatch and even the Wario games are now included on there, so let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 micro games we are currently missing, but hopefully though we'll able to actually get this in no time flat, but we'll just see what happens there. So yeah, let's head back into this stage again for the second time, and this time hopefully, oh, there's another micro game that we actually got, so that's actually a good start. Alright, time to shake off those little bits and bobs on the umbrella, so yeah, we can able to expect this much. And every once in a while though, the game gets a bit tough and difficult later on, which to be expected by this point, especially on the emulator, because, well, like I said, the actual setup is a bit awkward, especially noticeable about the fact that, well, I have to deal with the faults of the controller in order to play it, so, yeah, best of luck for my, setup and stuff like that, so not doing too bad for the golf, kind of segment right there, so, that's sure it's something. Alright, now we get on to faster mode, so at the very least we can able to, can you? Okay, there we go. Oh, yeah. Alright. But, good news folks, we haven't got far into it left, so, it's just the fact the matter is, though, it's just the fact that, like I said, if we get into the forms of, the later parts of the game, then, I will tell you guys more details about that if we, I got my time up. What a shame, but at the very least we actually, so far anyway, I think we actually stumbled across into, quite a few micro games there, so, I think we're on 8 points, oh that was miserable. So, anyways, let's double check on here. We are missing 3 micro games left, so at the very least we got 2 new ones. So, well, third run, here we go. Okay, so it's where we have to able to tune in the channel, I'm guessing. But, oh wait, can I? Okay, there we go. Oh boy, oh jeez. It's going crazy. I need to get one more. Come on! Oh, jeez. This is awkward. Okay, there we go. Whew! And yeah, I do apologize for that particular load save state right there, just because I honestly have no idea. But regardless of such though, I honestly don't care, so... I think we've basically gathered every single micro games that we've actually now got right now, so... Oh... That took me a lot of minutes onto that stage alone, but at the very least we got Twist Drum, so... Yeah, and basically I have to able to do a lot of multiple replays on that particular stage, because let me tell you, that stage isn't possible on emulator, so I cannot stress that enough. I mean, surely that we actually got every single micro games now, so I think we should be all set, so... Okay, so... With that being said though, I think we should probably end things off at this point right here, so join me next time for more of Let's Play of WarioWare Twisted. That is the fact that we'll move on to the next stage, which appears to be Orbulon, so that'll be interesting. So I'll see you guys on Thursday. Later fellas.